What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Hope all of you guys are all having a wonderful Sunday. All right, I've been busy all day. My bad for the late upload, but I'm still gonna get it done. We're still gonna get this, you know, whole weekly analysis for you guys. You know what I'm saying? So, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, let's get started with this video. So, ladies and gentlemen, I've been doing so much work lately, bro. I've been busy all damn day. You know what I mean? Because I've been trying to get this shit ready for you guys because I really do want to start, getting all of these, positions. But if you guys could see, I did 84 not trades, but I've been analyzing 84 of these companies, and I still gotta do my B plus and my A plus. You know what I'm saying? I still gotta do like around like 60, 70 more. But as you guys can see, man, I've been analyzing all day, bro. You know what I'm saying? I got all of these ready to go. You know what I mean? I've been just reviewing most of these, just so I could get these good trades in. I've been analyzing everything, you know what I mean? It's been a long freaking weekend. I just want to show you guys a little bit, what I've been doing. Pretty much I've just been, just reviewing weekly all these stuff, and I'm on B right now. I believe I'm on like this one, or which one did I start? I barely started it, so we're still on the come up a little bit. We still got to do all of these, so which is not bad. And I also just announced it in the Discord that that we do got news for the week. This is our news for the week, and this is gonna be our earnings reports for the week as well. So we got all of that. I'm gonna be making a category for everything because I do want to keep everything all organized, so I know where to look for what it is. So I'm gonna be doing right. So this is my watch list. It's all crazy right now because I still need to, rewrite it, delete some things. But right, we got the cryptos, we got the forex, we got the futures, we got the A plus setups, B plus setups, C plus setups. We got the 25 cryptos, alerts, Asian sessions for forex, right? And then we got London session and New York session. We got short positions on what to get in. We got long positions, right? These are the positions that I'm gonna be going long in, right? So this is what I usually do because I learned this in the real world, that usually how those people usually always trade, that they usually make a box, right? And they have this indicator, right, which is a really good indicator, right? I use this indicator, which is the 9 EMA, 21 EMA, and the 50 EMA. The 9 EMA usually where it usually tends to go, right? It usually bounces off of, right? But the 21 EMA is known for rejections, right? So either it touches it and it goes lower, or it touches it and then rejects it and it goes higher, right? And the 50 is usually where long-term positions are where it goes, right? So let's see over here, right? So ever since, I'm gonna just show you guys a little bit. So ever since it crossed over here, right, the 50, the 21 and the 9 EMA, ever since it crossed, we've been in a bearish, in a bearish trend. But if you guys can see as well, when it started crossing over here, when it crossed the 50 and the 21, when it crossed the 50 and the 21 EMA, it started to have a nice little bit of manipulation. And if you guys can see as well, oh my bad, if you guys can see as well, it also right here, it broke the 21 and the 9 EMA, okay, and it just started skyrocketing all over here. So ladies and gentlemen, this is a little bit of the indicator that I use, right, which is the, I forgot what's it called. What is this called? It is called the EMA. Yeah, just EMA. You know what I mean? You just switch the settings in it, and it usually works all the time. It's been respecting all of this. 9 EMA, right? Touches it, bounce. It is very useful too because look, you usually in the 9 EMA, either if it crosses it, either it's gonna be a fake out, or it's gonna retouch it again, and then it's gonna go to the 21. And the 21 is usually where you tend to see rejections, or it tends to follow the trend. You know what I mean? Because over here we got a rejection, so it just bounced off it and then it came over here. So ladies and gentlemen, that's pretty much it. But for this weekly analysis, I do want to go over NASDAQ. Okay, just for today, I just want to go over NASDAQ because I do need to go over a whole bunch of other freaking analysis over. I still need to go over all of these companies because I do want to start getting into options for this week. I want to start getting everything ready. But ladies and gentlemen, if you guys can see, all right, I'm gonna go over here. I'm gonna bring this over here. If you guys can see on this chart, we've been pushing. I don't usually use the EMAs for these, but I am gonna be doing all this. All right, so we're gonna do fresh start everything. So on the weekly, all right, on the weekly chart, I can see every time we always get something, right? Whether we get above here, which is the buy side, and this is gonna be sell side, right? Every time we get this over here, ladies and gentlemen. So on the weekly, I don't know how to explain it a little bit. I still need to work on this more, but I know how to do the weekly bias kinda, because every single time we get a weekly high that gets broken, right? Over here it broken out, we usually get a liquidity sweep, and then we tend to go into this area, right? And then we usually start to see, break this lower, and then we go higher or lower. Okay, I still need to work on it more, a little bit more, because I still want to learn a little bit more how to do the weekly bias. But I know how to do the daily bias, I just don't know how to do the weekly bias. Okay, because it's kind of tricky for me a little bit, right? Because if you guys can see over here, every single time we get a higher high, we usually get a lower low and try to take this out, or we usually get in the 50% of this area, and then we tend to go higher, right? And it's a little bit tricky, but ladies and gentlemen, for this week, I think we are going to make another higher high. I think we're going to be breaking up this high over here for the week, this buy side liquidity. And let's go on the daily analysis. So for the daily, what do we see? I do see this fair value gap right here, this small little fair value gap. All right, this is on the daily. Okay, and then I also see that price has been accepting this fair value gap as well, but I don't really tend to I don't really like these giant fair value gaps, because it's not really my cup of tea. Because usually these fair value gaps, I usually do this like a manipulation, right? Price always tends to like fill this area, so I don't call it a fair value gap. I usually would call this liquidity, because pretty much all of this is liquidity, right? Price has to come down here and fill all of this area, so I usually just tend to call it a liquidity, right? Because it really is. I usually go on the 4-hour to find these fair value gaps, right? If you guys can see over here on this 4-hour right here, this is a fair value gap, and if you guys can see, that price has been respecting this 4-hour fair value gap. 4-hour, right? Price has been in here, and if you guys can see as well, price is going to daily. Okay, so we're on the daily, right? This is liquidity as well, right? If you go on the 4-hour, you guys can start to see that price started filling in this area. Okay, and I usually like going on the 4-hour and the 1-hour, right, to look for fair value gaps. But if it's on the daily, right, on the daily fair value gaps, this is what I like to see. I like to see small ones. Okay, like these small ones, right? I don't like these gigantic ones, because those are really just they're really just like liquidity grabs. You know what I'm saying? Like, prices are gonna have to fill it. You know what I mean? So I usually just go off these small ones because they're more accurate and more efficient. Okay, so if you guys can see as well, if price does not tend to see this, because this is a bearish fair value gap. This is on the daily time frame as well. Okay, like this is valid for me, right? These small ones are valid for me because I like to trade those. Okay, and if you guys can see on the 4-hour time frame, right, it does have a small little fair value gap, but I'm just gonna put it on the daily because it looks pretty good, right? But I'm gonna just put it either way. So this is a 4-hour fair value gap, and what do you see here? I do see that price is gonna come into this volume imbalance over here for this area, and this is on the 4-hour. Okay, so this is what my analysis is gonna be for the week. Okay, so price did come over here and take this out. On the daily time frame, price did already take out all of this liquidity because price already filled it. So now, ladies and gentlemen, we can either look for these types of trades. Okay, so for this week, I am anticipating for price to come and take all of this liquidity, because if you guys can see over here, right, price has just been building liquidity a lot. So this, I'm anticipating for price to come and take all this out. And then for this week as well, I'm trying to take this shit off. So for this week as well, I am waiting for either this 4-hour fair value gap or this daily fair value gap to get tapped, so we can make a higher high. Okay, or we can just be, you know, on the weekly time frame, we could just be getting a big gigantic pullback. I don't think it will into this fair value gap, this weekly fair value gap. I really doubt it, because price has been going crazy. You know what I mean? I really don't think that price is going to be getting into this weekly fair value gap, but we'll see, right, ladies and gentlemen? But you know, this is going to be my weekly analysis for today. Okay, I am anticipating that price is going to be chasing all of this liquidity, grabbing either one of these 4-hour fair value gaps, or the daily fair value gap, or the weekly fair value gap, right? Or if we do tend to break this high, we are going to be making higher highs. Okay, and I do got a feeling that price is going to be making a higher high, because you guys can see price just been making a higher high over here, higher high over here, higher high over here, and a higher high. I'm anticipating for price is going to be getting another higher high up there, but we are just going to see what does tend to happen. Okay, this is going to be a weekly analysis for this week. So ladies and gentlemen, hope all of you guys do become prepared for this week. Let's get this money, let's get things going, let's get things up and ready to go. And I am going to be freaking trying to get all of these two, right, A and B. I'm going to try to reorganize it for my options, and then for my Forex, I'm going to be doing this as well, analyzing Forex. It's going to be a crazy freaking way how I'm going to be trading. You know what I'm saying? If I can't find a trade on nasdaq, I'll look for Forex. If I can't find Forex, I'll look for options. You know what I'm saying? Like, there has to be, and there always will be, every setup, every single day, there's always going to be a single setup. You know what I'm saying? It's only for you to determine where it is, how you're going to do it, how to profit it. You know what I'm saying? Because the market shows its hands. It always shows its hands. It always shows where it's going to go. You know what I'm saying? All you got to do is find out your strategy on how to find it and just execute it. You know what I'm saying? So, ladies and gentlemen, hope all of you guys do have a good weekend, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow in the morning. So make sure to rest, make sure to pray, make sure to get these charts, you know, ready up and going. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. All right, take care.